So you wake up and you're on that high flying disc, or pretty much, you feel pretty good. And then what happens? That
like Esther's phone, my phone blows up. I get an angry client, or a friend calls with troubles of the world. I don't know.
The phone blows up.
Phone blows up
means too much comes all at once. Too much for you to deal with. So you feel time shortageness. So what do you think you can do? And we really want you to think about this. What do you think you could do in 16 seconds about the subject of time shortageness? You're on this high-flying disc, and if you are, and we believe that you were, if you were really on that high-flying disc, Esther will not convince us that she was on a high-flying disc when she ripped the windshield wiper off her car. She will not convince us of that. She wasn't on a low-flying disc. It wasn't a terrible thing, but it was proportionate to the overwhelm that she was feeling. So if you really are on that high-flying disc, what kinds of things would be inspired for you to think or say that would allow you to maintain that momentum? My phone's blowing up. This is a good thing. I'm popular. My phone's blowing up, which is a good thing, which means I've got it going on. You tell us, what could you say that could keep you under those conditions? Because you haven't fallen out of the airplane. You're standing at the door of it, but you've got time. What are you going to do? What are you going to do to stay there?
Just find a different way to look at it.
Lay some new pipes. Lay some new pipes about that right now. So what we're suggesting is, you can lay new pipes really well from that high-flying disc. That's the time you want to lay the pipes, not when the windshield wiper is dangling in the back. That's not the time to lay new pipes. That's just going to keep that momentum going. That's really the time to lay the new pipes. All kinds of things will happen, and you'll be aware of the beliefs that you have that make you want to lay some new pipes. But what might you do to lay some new pipes right then and there? What could you say?
I appreciate the new business coming in, the business that I have.
Yeah,
the
make
people
us
that
believe
care about
that.
me.
Make us believe that you're still on that disc. Man, oh man, life is good. I got it going on. I'm a mover and a shaker. Things are really working out for me. This is all a good indicator. When my phone stops ringing, that's when I should worry. This is a good thing. I'm capable. I'm really good at this. I'm really good at organizing. I'm really good at all of this and getting better all the time. Everything's always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. Whatever I need, the resources are there for me. All is well. Things are really good. So you've maintained it. Not only did you maintain it, not only did you not slip, but you used that 68 seconds to even get more momentum going. You see what we're getting at? Is there anything else that happens that takes you from that you meant, that could potentially take you from that high-flying disc?
I don't think so. Not that I can come up with right now.
Someone walks in with an issue that they always have.
Oh, that.
Oh yeah, that. Someone walks in with an issue that they always have. So what does that mean? For just a moment, some old momentum is starting to enter the picture. But what are you going to do? In other words, you got 16 seconds to figure it out. Do you have time to lay some new pipes about that person?
So if it's someone that's not familiar with this work or even open to it,
doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference.
So I
because
just focus on me and laying those pipes, and maybe they can.
Or on finding a way, if there's somebody that's in your life a lot, that almost every time you come into interaction with them, it takes you from your high-flying disc, and you know how that feels. It makes you really resent them, doesn't it? You get, so their name is synonymous with but they're not going to evaporate from the planet. They're not even going to stop calling you, because that momentum is going. Maybe there are familiar ties. There are all kinds of reasons that they may be there. You have to find a way to focus on them and stay there. That's the work. Or never focus on them again, which is unlikely because they've got your number in more ways than one. So you've got to find a way. You've got to find a way to stay there while you think about them, which is the definition of laying new pipes, isn't it? You've got to find some way of thinking about them differently, giving them the benefit of the doubt. They don't really understand this stuff. I do. They've got some momentum going, and the law of attraction is carrying them away in it. And maybe in time they'll come to know what I know. But for now, I think I'll give them a break because they don't understand how this stuff works. And I don't have to join them in that despair. It's possible for me to stay here even when someone else is not there. It's not my job to bring them up. I would like to bring them up, but here's the thing. I'm making this statement to the universe. I want to uplift you, and if you're upliftable, come on up and we'll play together, but I'm not going down there where you are and trying to drag you up. That's the thing that you want to know about. I'm not going down there where you are. And for a while, friends, we love you very much. While you are in the process of figuring out these new pipes, you're going to go down there with them. You're probably going to go down there with them, and you're going to resent being down there, which is going to make you want to be up here even more. In other words, your resolve to be here is just going to get stronger and stronger and stronger until you're just not willing to play that old game with yourself. You're going to find new ways of thinking about it. They're not going to change at all, but you're going to stay up there when you think about them. That's what Source does. That's how you see the world through the eyes of Source. That's what unconditional love is. Unconditional high-flying disc. Unconditionally soaring high. Because your conditions have nothing to do with me. Only the conditions of the subjects that I choose to ponder. Do you know that you could take every subject in the world? Oh, we love telling you this. You could take any subject in the world, and you could stay on your disc while you contemplate it with practice. Now, we're not suggesting you do that because it's not your job to contemplate every subject in the world, but there are plenty of them that matter to you. And to be the uplifter that you were born to be, you just got to find a way of getting there, staying there, mostly being there, and then now you're free to go anywhere. Can you imagine how much of the world that you've been sort of protecting yourself from? Don't want to go into that neighborhood, don't want to go into that subject, don't want to go there. So you're sort of isolated into a small, measured life experience because you don't want to risk the lower disc or what might come from it. Can you imagine the freedom that you will feel when you gain complete control over the vibration of your being? That means you can go anywhere. That means you can be with anyone. That means you can be of value everywhere you are. That means that there is benefit that just oozes from you. That means that you can fly high no matter what. And friends, the only thing that you have ever feared, what fear is that feeling of not wanting to lose this, which you innately know is natural to you. This high-flying good feeling, you say. Really good discussion. We're going to talk more like this today of how can I stay on my disc under this condition? How can I stay on my disc under this condition? Let's just lay plenty of new pipes from here today and then watch what happens with every relationship you've got.